The financial world shows no mercy to the weak or the dreamers. If you believe earning well, spending smartly, or chasing hot trends will make you rich, you're already among the 99% doomed to be crushed. True wealth comes not from intelligence, but from commanding money, reclaiming freedom, surviving chaos, mastering emotions with steel discipline, and simplifying the game beyond recognition. Today, I'll reveal the raw truths the crowd fears, but the wealthy silently use to rule. Now, step into the real financial battlefield, where money either serves you or destroys you. Money is not a trophy. Money is a mercenary. If you still see money as a reward for hard work, you've already failed from the first step. Money is not a gold trophy to be displayed. It's a weapon to be ruthlessly deployed. The wealthy don't cradle money like a prize. They treat it like an army fighting for their freedom. Every dollar must have a mission: to multiply itself, to build a skill, or to optimize taxes. A dollar that isn't working is a traitor. If you're not deploying it, you're committing silent financial suicide. Instead of letting money rot in a bank account, smart people divide it sharply into 3 parts. Investing in a safe dividend ETF, buying a small rental property to generate income, and holding a defensive emergency fund. Every dollar has a role, a task, and an expectation of return. This isn't luck. This is cold, calculated strategy. Anyone who leaves money drifting and hopes it grows on its own is just waiting for the market to rob them blind. To master money, you must first kill mental laziness. Money doesn't multiply because you deserve it. It multiplies because you engineer a system that forces it to work. Money doesn't care how hard you toil. It obeys only those who assign it a specific duty. Remember, either you command money, or money will quietly poison your future day by day. There is no third option. Use income to buy freedom, not modern slavery. If you use your income to buy a flashy lifestyle, you're building yourself a golden prison. The masses believe that high income equals success. Fatal mistake. True success is earning more, spending less, and using the surplus to buy back your time. If every dollar you earn ends up in luxury cars, vacations, and designer clothes, you're just running an endless race. Income isn't meant to upgrade your lifestyle. Income is meant to reclaim control over your life. Someone earning $100,000 a year but spending $90,000 is drowning in busyness. Meanwhile, someone earning $60,000 and spending $30,000 is silently buying the freedom to choose. The right move? Automate savings as soon as your paycheck lands. Invest first, spend later. Outsource trivial tasks like laundry and errands, trading money for time. The time saved should be reinvested into building skills or assets that make your wealth grow without increasing your exhaustion. If you still believe in living life to the fullest by spending everything you earn, congratulations. You're playing right into the hands of those selling liabilities. The true mission is to turn income into choice. The choice to say no to boring jobs, to invest in yourself, to slow down when needed. Every saved dollar and every reclaimed minute is a counterattack against the invisible system enslaving you. Income is either your liberation tool or the noose tightening around your neck. Choose wisely. The brutal truth about instability. If you don't diversify, you're committing financial suicide. If you bet your entire financial future on a single income stream, you're no different from someone tightrope walking through a storm without a safety harness. A small misstep, a job loss, an industry shakeup, a market crash can annihilate everything you've built. The truly wealthy don't gamble with fate. They live by one ruthless principle: no income source is invincible. Diversification isn't optional. Diversification is survival. Smart people split their income across multiple sources: dividends from ETFs, rental income from small properties, digital products, freelance consulting, royalties. When one stream trembles, the others stand firm. On top of that, they divide their money into 3 crystal clear buckets: one for safety, emergency fund, one for long-term growth, stocks, index funds, and one for living expenses, cash flow. This isn't advice. It's mandatory survival architecture for anyone serious about thriving through chaos. The naive believe stability is the norm. The seasoned know chaos is the rule. If you invest as if the economy will always be smooth sailing, you're holding a dagger to your own throat. Only those who prepare for collapse can walk through it unscathed. Start diversifying today, or prepare to pay the ultimate price when the next financial storm inevitably hits. Successful people manage their finances like a CEO, not like a gambler. If you're not tracking every dollar of income and expense, you're not investing, you're gambling with your life. Poor people feel like things are okay until they're bankrupt. The wealthy manage their finances like CEOs manage companies. Every penny earned, spent, or invested is recorded, categorized, and analyzed. If you can't answer, how much do I earn? How much do I spend? How much do I invest? Within 60 seconds, you're speeding downhill blindfolded. Successful people use tools like YNAB, Personal Capital, or even a simple Google Sheet to track critical numbers: monthly income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, savings rate, investment returns. They don't hope things are fine. They know it based on cold, hard data. Financial clarity isn't a smart move, it's mandatory. Without it, you're just wandering through a minefield blind. You don't need a 20-tab spreadsheet, you just need ruthless honesty with your numbers. Finance doesn't forgive ambiguity. If your money leaks away like water through your fingers and you don't measure it, you're not just losing cash, you're losing autonomy, opportunities, and the freedom you claim to pursue. Neglecting to track your finances isn't laziness, it's self-destruction. Emotions are the #1 financial assassin. The greatest threat to your wealth isn't the market crashing, a recession, or even the government. The real enemy lives inside your skull: weak emotions. Greed, fear, panic. The 3 silver bullets that shoot through any solid financial plan. Every time you buy out of FOMO, every time you sell out of fear, you're demolishing what you painstakingly built. The market doesn't have to kill you. You'll pull the trigger yourself by letting your emotions drive your actions. Imagine an investor who rushes to buy stocks when the market is going to the moon, only to panic sell everything when the headlines scream, "market crash." Result? Compounding losses. The wealthy don't play emotional games. They preset their rules: buy points, exit points, reinvestment rates. And they stick to the system like soldiers following battle orders. They automate as much as possible to prevent their own weak moments from sabotaging their futures. Winning in investing isn't about beating the market. It's about beating yourself. If you still let emotions dictate your financial actions, every other strategy is just lipstick on a corpse. There's no room for feelings in investing, only discipline, data, and cold, calculated systems. Winners aren't those who predict the market. Winners are those who control themselves when the herd goes insane. Build your own system, or be swallowed by someone else's. Play the 10-year game, not the 10-day lottery. If you're chasing wealth in a few weeks or months, you're dreaming with your eyes open. The real world does not reward impatience. Those blazing with the fire of fast wins are usually the first to be incinerated. True wealth builders see finance as a grueling, slow-motion war. No fireworks, no overnight miracles. The first 5 years are just the warm-up. The first real signs of victory appear after 10. If you can't handle the boredom, you'll self-detonate before you even reach the real fight. Someone who invests $500 a month into an index fund, without missing a beat, through storms and sunshine, will destroy 90% of gamblers chasing get-rich-quick schemes within a decade. No one becomes financially free by sprinting after every shiny new opportunity. True wealth is born out of mind-numbing patience, planting invisible seeds, and waiting 10-20 years for the harvest that others can't even imagine. Who do you want to be? A firework, dazzling for 10 seconds and then forgotten? Or a mountain, growing silently every day until it pierces the heavens? If you choose the mountain, you must master unbreakable patience. Real assets don't reward the impatient. They reward those brave enough to endure mind-numbing, soul-crushing boredom without ever veering from the path. Repetition, the most underrated superpower in finance. Want to hear the secret the masses hate the most? Financial success doesn't come from explosive bursts or flashy moves. It comes from repeating dull, mind-numbing actions over and over without ever quitting. Every time you automate your investments, every time you set aside a portion of your income like clockwork, you're doing something completely unsexy. Yet those invisible, relentless actions quietly push you toward a freedom others only dream of. Take someone investing $500 a month into an index fund, without skipping, without panicking, without chasing shiny trends. 10 years later, they dominate the ones chasing star stocks or real estate miracles. Why? Because compounding doesn't reward geniuses. It rewards the stubborn who repeat the right moves, even when no one cheers, even when no one notices. Still dreaming of wealth with a dopamine-addicted nervous system? Still searching for the next big financial hit every week? Wake up. If your financial plan isn't boring enough to make you want to cry, you're doing it wrong. The wealthy don't seek excitement. They build ruthlessly boring systems and let time work its silent magic. Those who can't endure repetition will never bear the crushing weight of real freedom. Say no to save yourself from consumer slavery. Every time you say yes to something you don't need, you're not just spending money, you're selling off pieces of your future freedom. The biggest trap the consumer economy has ever created is making you believe happiness can be bought. The brutal truth? Every reckless impulse buy cuts into your financial heartbeat. Wealth doesn't come from earning more. It comes from saying no to cheap temptations every damn day. Imagine holding $10,000 in your hands. You have two choices. Blow it on a new phone or luxury vacation, or invest it into an index fund compounding at 8% annually. In 10 years, that investment becomes $21,000 plus, while the memory of your flashy phone fades into the junk drawer. The wealthy don't delay gratification because they're stingy. They delay because they know small sacrifices today build monstrous freedoms tomorrow. The real price of freedom? The strength to say no right now. Every no you say today is a declaration of sovereignty tomorrow. You don't need to live miserably, but you do need strategy. Prioritize assets over liabilities. Prioritize cash flow over social clout. Prioritize sustainability over dopamine hits. Winners in the financial game aren't those who earn the most, but those who know when to reject the glittering traps disguised as success. Debt, your slave or your silent assassin. Most people shudder when they hear the word debt, as if Satan himself whispered it. But the truth is, debt isn't the enemy. Debt is just a tool. It can lift you to financial royalty or shred you to pieces, depending on how you wield it. The poor fear debt because they use it to buy dumb toys. The rich exploit debt like a battle-hardened lever, borrowing smartly to multiply cash flows, buy assets, and have others pay down their obligations every single month. Picture two people borrowing $100,000. One splurges on a luxury car, bleeding money into loan interest and depreciation. The other buys a small rental property, collecting $1,200 in monthly net cash flow. One's debt bleeds him dry. The other's debt breathes income into his empire. Same debt, radically different outcomes. Debt doesn't destroy you. Financial stupidity does. Debt isn't evil. Misusing debt is financial suicide. Want to survive the financial battlefield? Memorize this law. If debt creates cash flow or asset growth, consider it. If debt funds consumption, kill it. Before taking on any loan, ask, will this debt make me richer or drain my soul? A simple question, but it decides the destiny of your financial life. Those who master debt live like kings. Those who are enslaved by debt live like prisoners who built their own cages. Simplify or drown in financial chaos. Want to destroy yourself fastest in finance? Make everything complicated. Chase every market rumor. Change your investment strategy monthly. Try to be a short-term genius. The result? Total collapse. The wealthy don't play that way. They persist with a strategy so boring it would put most people to sleep. Save steadily, invest steadily, reinvest returns, and repeat for decades. That soul-crushing simplicity is the silent nuke of durable wealth. A real investor doesn't become a billionaire by jumping in and out of markets like a headless chicken. They stick to timeless principles, buy great businesses at fair prices, and hold. They let compounding do its brutal work. Meanwhile, those chasing crypto trends, meme stocks, or NFT hype crumble within a few market storms. Winners simplify their methods to the extreme and remain unmoved amidst the chaos. Complexity is a trap. Simplicity is the throne. If your financial plan demands daily price checks, reading 20 analyst reports a week, or forecasting inflation every quarter, here's the hard truth. You're digging your own grave. Scrap that half-baked genius game. Build a simple, automated, unbreakable system. Let money flow into assets each month like endless rain. Over the years, you'll wake up one day, not broke, not stuck, but sitting on a financial empire you quietly built while others were still looking for directions. In conclusion, wealth is not a miracle. Wealth is the consequence of ruthless discipline, cold long-term thinking, and uncompromising daily financial decisions. Don't let emotions drive you. Don't let fake complexity blind you. Don't wait for opportunity. Build your own financial system, simple, relentless, and unforgiving of weakness. Every dollar you control today is a brick laid in the fortress of your future freedom. Start now. Don't wait for perfection. Just dare to act, dare to repeat, dare to endure. Because money does not wait for the hesitant, it only follows those who move.